Hi guys, it's Flaky here, and once again you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for always coming back to my channel. Thank you guys for the likes, thank you for the follow, thank you for the share. I see all your efforts, I see all the support. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate that so very much. So today let's talk about, by the way, if you hear some noise in the background, never mind. It's weekend, there is no privacy today, and we just got back from a match. My son had a match today, and we just got back from the match, trying to prepare something to eat. But then, while I'm doing this, let's talk about the update about Canada immigration. What does it mean for me? What does it mean for you? What does it mean for temporary residents like myself, or people that are still back home in their home country? What does it mean for each and every one of us? If you plan to immigrate to Canada, or even to any country at all, I've said it before, you should know that it's your business to check on what is going on. It's your business to know the updates. What is the news? Is there any new rule? How does it affect me? What should I do better, and everything? It's your business. You have to know what you have to do to have an edge when it comes to immigration. So with the new Prime Minister, McCartney, and there's a new immigration minister, also immigration minister, right? Am I right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so there's also a new immigration minister, and the news that has been going around is that immigration is going to be cut by 5%. And when I say 5%, you know what that means? Not just 5% for people that are coming in. Generally, like 5% is going to be cut. There's going to be a reduction. And also, it's going to be like more difficult for people that are outside Canada to actually get in. Because now the government is trying to focus on making temporary residents become permanent residents, because they don't want too much people to come in. And they want people that are already in to at least have a permanent resident. People that are able to, people that can at least meet up with the requirement. And that is why there have been so many programs in place. If you guys didn't know about the FCIP, French Community Immigration Pathway, and there is also Rural Community Immigration Pathway, you should check out those two. FCIP and RCIP, French, like Francophone, French-speaking communities, Francophone Community Immigration Pathway, and also the Rural Community Immigration Pathway. One thing with Canada is that, for people that don't understand the Yoruba, what I said is, one thing in Canada is when they give out like a new rule, or people start posting, or there's information about a new rule or a new policy, sometimes it doesn't take effect instantly. For example, that RCIP and the FCIP, they've said there has been news about it since, I guess, January, and this thing started March, but till now, most of the communities that are involved, their website is not up to date. They still don't have an information. They are still waiting for updates from the federal government. You know, like, it's not fast, but one thing you need to do, either you are in or you are out, is get yourself prepared. Don't sit on it. Don't say, because I will not lie to you. I'm also like following up for myself, also for people that I've been trying to like link up and tell them this is what you should try and do, because the best way to actually enjoy Canada is to come as a permanent resident, not as temporary resident. Because even after school, there is no guarantee that you're going to get PR. You have to make conscious efforts. Studying in Canada does not guarantee you PR. It is not a direct access. It gives you an edge, because you're going to have a point for Canadian immigration, for Canadian education, when you're creating your express entry profile. But that is just the least of your problem, because how many points? Trust me, I understand that there is no point that is too small. Every point is a point. If you studied masters 3 years, which can be, because now masters is not really 3 years, but for PhD and co, you get like 30 points for education. And if you study 2 years course, 1 to 2 years course, is 15 points. Is a lot. 15 points is a lot. It can make or mar your profile. I understand. But what I'm saying is not, don't just say, I want to go to Canada by all means to go and study, because after studying, I will get PR. It's not done like that. If you already have enough qualification in your home country, you are not too old. By too old, when you're still less than 30, you get a full point for age. If you're more than 30, your points start reducing. And also, if you're single, you get all the full points you can get. So I guess immigration, no, it's not that I guess. I know immigration basically, especially Canada, since it is a points-based system for their express entry, it favors people that are still very single, less than 30, have high education, have work experience. And you can pass your IELTS at one sitting. Even if it's not one sitting, but you can have a good grade in IELTS. Either you have to do it twice until you get a good score. Trust me. That's why you see that a lot of young people are coming in as PR, especially single people or people that are newly married. Some of them would even have created their profile and get the IT before they had their spouse. That's because they get full point for everything. Once you are married, you lose like 10 points. Even if you're less than 30 and you're married, you get less points than someone that is still very single. So those are the points you should note. But I digressed a bit. So the things you should do is don't say, I have to come to Canada to school. We also know that immigration, when it comes to schooling, there has also been a lot of reduction when it comes to schooling, international students. But now it's not just about schooling. It's also generally about immigrating. People that should come in as temporary residents, even people that should come in as permanent residents, there has been a lot of reduction. We learned it's 5%. But how can you have an hedge? That's what we're going to talk about today. What do I think can give you an hedge when it comes to, even during this reduction, including myself? Don't sleep on those stuffs I mentioned. The temporary, the community immigration program, and the francophone speaking, the RCIP and FCIP. Is not straightforward. You have to get a job offer. And some of the communities are not even like fully open. They are still developing their website. They are still waiting for updates. They don't even have list of designated employers yet. But what you can do is, I will attach the link in the description. So you can click on that link if you have not heard about it before. If you've not been trying it, just don't sleep. It's a gold mine. So click on that link, go to each, like it will give you the way forward. Once you click on the link, it will take you down to the page and it will tell you if you want to go to social page, click on this. So once you click on it, search for the communities. Like you can enter each community, see if their website is up to date. Click on, see, one thing with this thing is, if you're not a French speaking person, you don't need to go under the francophone community program at all. The English speaking is a lot also. It has at least like 11 cities or thereabouts. So click on each. Anyone that has their website fully updated, they have the list of their designated employers there. So what I will say you should do, what I'm also going to do, like what I'm doing, is take chance. All the chances that come your way. Don't sleep on anything. Don't wait for a particular province. Don't wait for a particular city. Do whatever it is that you have to do. The RCIP program, the FCIP program. RCIP is the Rural Community Immigration Program. The FCIP is the Francophone Community Immigration Program. If you don't speak French, or if you don't intend to write a French exam, maybe don't bother about the Francophone. Just focus on the rural communities. And the rural communities are spread across provinces. At least Ontario have like 3 cities under this program. There is Nova Scotia. So it depends. There is Vancouver, there is British Columbia, there is Manitoba. It was spread across different provinces. So I won't say choose the province that you want to go to, because at this point, it's like beggars have no choice. All you want to do is like secure permanent residence in one of these cities or in one of these communities. So go onto the website that I'm going to link the link. I will put the link in the description box. Try all this. Some of these communities don't have the full information. They don't have the full update because the federal government has not even given them like a go ahead. The program is launched, but it's not like active. They are not. So you will see list of designated employers for communities that are ready. Click on those links. Check the list of the employers that are there. One bad thing is most of these employers, like it's rural community, right? They are small businesses. Their websites might not have careers page where you can go and check, okay, they are looking for this, they're looking for that. You might have to check out, in short, you have to, not you might have to. You have to search their names on Google with their company, because they already put their company names under that list of designated employers. Check out the names on Google. If they have a website, go to their website. If they have a career page, go to their career page. Check through what they want to hire for. Is it something that you fit into? Is it something that you can do? Create your CV, Canadian style CV. Send in your CV. If for some of them, they would state that this employer is not hiring. Some of them will not state. Some of the provinces actually did so well. They listed the designated employers, but they still put in front of it like this person is not hiring. So you don't even have to stress yourself about that. For people that are not stated whether they are hiring or they are not hiring, even if they don't have it on their website or they don't have a career page, send them an email if they have an email. What do they do? Is it a kitchen? Is it a restaurant? Is it a construction company? You already like have an idea of what they will be looking for, even if they don't have a career page and it's not stated that they are not hiring. So email them, send them your CV, do whatever. Like, you have to think outside the box, right? Because if they don't state that they are hiring, and they also do not state that they are not hiring, and they do not have a career page to actually know what they are hiring for, you would like to email the company. So things that I saw you on the IRCC page that you're this, you're that, and I would like to know what posts are open in your company, things like that. Take the first step. For those that actually have a confirmed website, they have a career site, they actually listed out what kind of opportunities they have in their company. If you are fit for those roles, give it a try. Either you are in Canada or you are outside Canada. These programs are employee-based. They are employer-based. So the community needs people to work in those companies. So it's going to be, if you don't get a job, there's nothing. So it's job offer based. You have to get a job. The employer will like nominate you, submit some forms on your behalf that maybe you also have to fill some to the community. Then the community province, then province will submit it to the federal government, and that's it. That's it. And this is not like a contract. Once you get your PR, I believe so. This country is not a country that they like tie you down. Once you get your PR, if you don't like the company, kurombe, still in the province, still in the community, you can work for another employer. Once you get your PR, except you sign the contract or an agreement that you're going to work for that particular company for so numbers of years, that's a different ballgame. So those are the things I think you should do. The second thing you should do, aside from because you never can tell, the second thing I would say you should do, that I'm also doing, is if you can write French exam. I'm in a French-speaking province, and if you all know, for people that have been following me for a while, I started learning French maybe a few months after we got in. At a point, I stopped because bill has to be paid. I got a full-time offer, like I have to work full-time during the break, and it collides with my French classes. I had to stop. But I got back into French class after a few months of trying to re-enroll and everything. I go back again and I'm still in French class. Like in French school, the government's French school is not paid, it's free. But of course, if I intend to write the exam as soon as possible, that is not enough. Because also I've not been practicing. And French, especially for immigration, you have to do like IELTS, the speaking, the listening, the writing, and the reading. If it was just like listening and speaking, even my speaking is so bad. I'm not good yet. So, but if it was just to be like just two options, maybe I would have said, okay, I can try. But when it comes to writing and everything, I've not been practicing. So I have to like take it a step further, maybe enroll for a private class, take a private course. Actually, I've enrolled for a private class before, but it's not really helpful because the instructor was like, I need something that is like more intense actually, because I didn't have an excuse. Apart from the instructor speaking English and trying to explain in English, I need something that is like intense, French. So you might want to try that if you're back home, and if you already know how to speak French, or you are somebody that has a French degree or something, and you can write the exam. Because despite the fact that there is this reduction of 5% in immigration, the French route, the French draw, there's actually an increase in the percentage. So you see that it's kind of funny. So I would say French now is the gold mine. French. Canada wants to increase the number of French-speaking people that are here, but outside of Quebec, because Quebec, we know, French-speaking province. But outside Quebec, cities, there are also other cities like New Brunswick. There are cities under New Brunswick. There are also some cities, some communities under Ontario that speaks French. So they want to increase the number of immigrants or the number of people that are actually in those spaces, because the Francophone community will die if they don't have French-speaking people, you understand? So And also, to balance everything, it's a bilingual country, but more of English. So if you can speak French, you have your degree, like you have the minimum requirement to enter the express entry pool. You're good to go. I guess, yeah, because so far so good. The French draw has the like minimum score. And one other thing that you can also do, like the third point now, because aside that RCIP and FCIP, the French category, if you have a French, you can do a French test. That's perfect. The other thing you can do is, if you are somebody that are in this category-based occupation, like health, now education has been added. Just go to RCIP's website. Don't be lazy when it comes to these informations, because this is what consultants are charging you for. Knowledge. They read, they basically translate everything to you, because you can't go there, you can search, or you don't know how to search. But it's simple. Just from one link to another link, type whatever it is that you wanted to know about Canada. It will bring out so many links for you, but make sure that you're getting your information directly from the government website, not from blogs. So you will get the links, a link will link to another link. If you can solve, people that know how to solve the internet very well, they will get everything that they need to get. All the information are there, it's not hidden. Nobody is hiding it. But whatever term that you don't understand, then you can now consult an immigration, and maybe you're confused about something. Or you can even ask, see, there are so many people that are posting now, they're dishing out content, great content, explaining what those things means. Like Olu of Canada, a lot of them, they are giving you updates. They are telling you, like, they are literally breaking it down. He has a blog. You can check his blog. So those are the things you can do. If you're in the health category, you're in the education category, you're in the trade occupations, there is so many draws. Despite the fact that they are reducing immigration, the draws still continues. This category draws, this still continues. Honestly, sometimes I wish I was a carpenter. Because imagine that I'm a carpenter, I have a Nigerian degree, I have Canadian education, I have good grades in IELTS. I don't even need to write French exam, and I'm good to go. Or if I was a caregiver, like a care in the health category, I was a care worker, because the category is like, for care also, they need people in those categories. In jobs that we Nigerians per se, because I am a Nigerian, the jobs, like the occupations that we actually overlook are the categories that this country need more people for. Because the popular one that we all want to do, banker, doctor, those categories are already filled up. Like, it's a lot of requirements. A lot of people are already there. But less people are in the health category. Less people are in the trade occupation category. Less people are in the French-speaking category, because it is not what we normally do. It is not popular. You know, in Nigeria, there is a popular occupation. I want to become a lawyer. I want to become a doctor. I want to become a banker, like accountant and everything. So these are the categories that less people are actually going to, because, come to think of it, the trade occupation category, a lot of people in my own country, when they're into trades, like people that actually do the trades, like carpenter, it is nowadays that you see people that are learned going to Ishiawo and the work. They are not educated. They don't even know about all these programs. And the ones that are educated and are doing these things, they might not even want to leave the country, because they are balling. Like, they are living large. If you are educated and you sabi do carpentry job or bricklaying job, and you sabi am very well, you are good. You don't really need so much connection. One good job will lead you to another one, and you'll be making so much money in the country. So people that don't know so much of those things, they are good, but they don't have education. So they are not even like exposed. And even if they heard about the information, they don't have the requirement to actually apply, because it's not just about having a trade occupation. You have to write IELTS. Some of these people cannot even like comprehend a full sentence in English or express themselves fully in English. So it's like a problem. So imagine people that are here. Some people actually now started coming here to do carpentry job. Like coming as an international student for carpentry, for electrician and everything. These are gold mines now, trade occupation in this country. I think I will go and learn carpentry itself. Because my father is still a carpenter, a building contractor, like a contractor, confirm one agbawo. So imagine my brothers, they sabi all this work, but as a girl, I didn't even put mind on it to it or anything. You understand? So now these are the things that you can do, and if you have family members that are actually in this occupation, that at least have degrees, or even if it is ND or HND, they can write IELTS. they can prove that they've been working in this occupation for how many years. There is an exam, or I think, is it an exam? Or like a ticket, a license that they get in Nigeria to actually confirm that they've been doing that work. Let them get it. I've done a video on that particular carpentry trade stuff before. So let them get those documents and let them apply. Let them apply. So these are the things you can do. And no time wait for nobody. It's not something that, okay, now that they're talking about this trade occupation, let me go and learn carpentry. That is going to take you how many years to learn, to practice it, to start doing it. But you can check all these things. Check where is your strength, where does your strength lies. What can you apply for? What can you do? And do it. Do it, no matter what it takes. Do it. Let's be hopeful. So don't forget the core message of today is 3 things you can do to become a permanent resident, to increase your chances of becoming a permanent resident in Canada. It's the RCIP, FCIP immigration pathway. Don't sleep on it. Contact those employers if they are not putting it on their website. Secondly, French speaking, the French draw. Don't sleep on it. The French draw is a gold mine. Don't sleep on that. Thirdly, the trade occupation. Despite the reduction, all this blah blah blah, we are reducing 5%, we are cutting down on immigration. This draw still exists, and despite the reduction in immigration program and immigration policies and everything, people that are coming in, the French draw, like the percentage increases. Imagine the general percentage reduces for immigration, but the French percentage, like the portion that they gave to the French speaking part, increases. What does that tell you? That is a gold mine. So those are the 3 points. Don't forget about that. This is the basis of our discussion today. Don't forget about that. And don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share this information to your friends and family. Don't forget to comment. Your like, your comment, it goes a long way. It's going to push the video to more people that should get this same information just like yourself. And until I come your way again in my next video, I remain your girl Flaky. Have a nice one. Let me finish my food. Bye.